The following is a transcript of a conversation between Matías De Stefano, referred to as me, and his higher self, referred to as I am. This is day 106 in the Scorpio month, in the emotional week, day of the sacral chakra, 17 November 2020. Hypocrisy. Me. In the moments in which we begin to work on our shadows, those things that make us uncomfortable, it is when our denied, hidden, unworked aspects come out the most, and therefore all our hypocrisy. I was thinking that the world of spirituality is probably one of the most hypocritical today, because in the search to be aware, one dresses in hundreds of costumes to fit a spiritual parameter. Being accepted is almost a constant human condition that cuts across spirituality as well. I am. Because spirituality is a biological condition, not extraterrestrial, everything that exists in matter arises by the law of attraction, in which the polarity, positive and negative, seek to complement each other and attract each other to form a reality. In order to find balance, both must do what is necessary to combine, perhaps leaving something of themselves or adding something external that helps them look more attractive, precisely. Thus, atoms change their electron charges to be able to attract each other. Thus, chemicals are modified to generate reactions. Thus, life is transformed to adapt to the environment. The path of physical existence is a constant modification of the essence in order to attract that what is necessary and thus survive and transcend. Living beings begin to imitate their environment, changing colors, shapes. Me, pretend to survive. I am. Exactly. A chameleon changes colors to camouflage itself. A peacock opens its tail with many eyes to scare its enemies or attract females. An owl pretends to be a tree trunk so as not to be seen. Insects camouflage themselves with the colors of their environment, such as the stick bug, the moth, the cuttlefish, the octopus, the leaf butterfly. Strong colors such as black and red will announce dangers, poison, such as the coral snake, and others will simply dress in the same colors to scare appearingly, like the false coral snake. Nature discovered mimicry as a form of adaptation and survival. Appearing what one is not was key to the transcendence of many species. All animals camouflage themselves in nature. They all know how to imitate, and it is key to their existence. Me. And the human is not exempt from it. I am. The only thing that the human has done differently is to become an intelligent animal. Human brain development has allowed it to camouflage itself in language, culture, personality, religion. The seed of all this is summed up in the following: pretend what you are not to protect what you are. Me. That phrase is a great key to understanding it. Our being is so subtle that the universe has built millions of layers to protect it, like an onion. Each layer is harder and harder, protecting the previous one, like firm shields, all feigning strength to take care of the soft and weak. I am. In the animal and plant world, that soft and weak refers to the organs, to the heart, to what allows them to stay alive. But when the human evolved towards the conceptual, the psyche, the soul, the deepest part of being, it became the softest. While the organism protects its internal organs, its mind is dedicated to protecting its interior, its soul and spirit. Everything is a threat to the biological body, and therefore it must defend itself. The evolutionary strategy took action by masking. Me. Masks that allow us to take action. I am. That, friend, is hypocrisy. It comes from the Greek hippos, mask, and krisis, action, which with its derivative kritis gives the word response. Thus, hypocrisy is the ability to respond with masks. In a time when we seek the truth, hypocrisy becomes a falsehood, a lie, a disgrace. However, it is the ability that has made you get here and be who you are. How you talk, how you dress, how you move, who you hang out with, what you do, what you talk about, how you live. The individual owes everything to the herd. In mammalian groups that have evolved as herds, families function as clans. Clans generate traditions and regulations, and whoever dishonors the clan is banished. Thus, human individuals do their best to appear and fit in, belong to the clan, honor it so as not to be exiled. With the advancement of society, this happens to different areas, such as groups of friends, school, university, jobs, social strata, and now networks, the media, fame. Me. We take things that are not our own and make them our own, assimilating them, becoming them. I am. Just as when you eat, your intestines absorb the nutrients from the food. You absorb what is necessary from the culture and the environment. You dress like others. Me. But even if the monkey dresses in silk, she stays cute. I am. One way to add it up, yes. The essence is always there, inside, waiting to emerge between the layers of fructose in the fruit, like a seed with the will to germinate. But the seed will have to go through the hard layers, the patterns that have been created for millennia, the structures that surround it. One of the greatest abilities of the human is his infinite capacity for creation. Everything that he creates, imagines, designs is a new pattern that will become part of the clan and will end up disguising more and more the seeds of this family tree. The clan makes the fruit of the action more important than the very seed that the fruit contains. Give results is the key of the clan, that what is done provides. This is how the culture of service and work is generated, of generating fruits for all. But one day, the seed must create its own tree. Me. In other words, the patterns are tools, codes that we acquire to survive with the clan and within the clan, whether it is a family or not. And all those patterns that we created are useful. They are answers to problems. But instead of use as simple answers and solutions, we decide to become them. And there we make the mistake. I am. It's like wanting to build a wooden house. You have nails and hammers. The hammer is a pattern which you can use to nail and join wood together. Human error is to consider yourself a hammer and drive the nails with your forehead by hitting your head. Dressing up as something you are not, becoming something just for the sake of being accepted, is an animal point of view of survival. But don't get me wrong, it is very useful. Me. In what sense is hypocrisy useful? I am. You are a hypocrite, for example. Me? I guess, but in what? I am. You are not the same with your friends as with the people you talk to. Me. It's that with my friends I'm very rough. A lot of black humor, we talk and play with many things that if you're not part of a friendship they don't understand. That's normal. It happens to all of us. I am. Yes, but that's hypocrisy. You are one way with some and another way with others. For example, when you drive. Me. My mother and friends tell me that she is afraid to get into a car with me when I drive in countries like Peru, Bolivia, or Italy, but that in England and other European countries I'm too polite and respect all signs. They also laugh because it depends on the country I'm in. I try to speak with the accent of the place. I am. This is all hypocrisy. And when you channel or incorporate, you take on the forms of others. All this is a tool called hypocrisy. Me. When they call you a hypocrite, it sounds ugly. I am. By culture, they have turned hypocrisy into a morality stick, because being hypocritical defines people who hide the truth behind masks, such as thieves, corrupt people, liars. Hypocrisy has become the negative definition, negating his positive position. Rees signifies hypocrisy as the ability to adapt to others, pretending to move easily through a different environment. Imitating an accent is a way to get closer to the interlocutor, hiding what you are so that he receives the message more easily. In a trick, but a useful trick that benefits both if the goal is to share. As in attraction, you have to become attractive for a better reception and assimilation. There lies the capacity for invention, creativity, human decoration, art, beauty, literature, magic. Me. How do I manage to recognize the positive aspect and transcend the negative? I am. The negative arises from the need to deceive the other with their own benefits, to feel safe, obtain what they are looking for, manipulate. It is born from fear, from weakness, like those animals that appear to be bigger than they are, to scare. Bad hypocrisy arises from fear of one's own weakness, ignorance of one's own essence. At the beginning, you said that one of the hypocrisies that amazes you the most is that of spirituality. And this is because those who seek spirituality usually seek light, clarity, the brightness of the sun in the heavens, where everything is harmonious. But the seed of the essence is in the center, behind the acid layers of the onion, in the shadows of the interior. When someone seeks the light, to be told that the only way to find it is through darkness, the first thing they will do is deny that shadow. Well, there is what you do not want to see, what you have hidden. There are all the patterns you have built. There is no consciousness work in a light trip, because the cosmic seed does not float in the heavens, but rather inhabits the depths of the earth. Hell itself is the one that shows us the truth. Me. Apocalypse. What you said yesterday. Christians attribute to the apocalypse, to the Antichrist, to the devil, to the greatest hypocrite, the one who hides in the shadows and deceives souls. However, there are mixed messages there. If the final judgment belongs to God, and the context of that judgment is the apocalypse created by the devil, then God and the devil are the same, working for the same thing, and it is the devil who shows us God through revelation. I am. As I told you yesterday, the ancient texts do not speak of facts, but of psychological circumstances. When you seek the truth, you must face the shadows, and there you will lift the veil, reveal. There you will see the light that is God. The apocalypse narrates the passage from ignorance to wisdom, from unconsciousness to consciousness, where the masks disappear. Me. Remove the masks. Moment in which all will be revealed as they are, the monster that we carry inside. We are all demons and angels. I am. The fawn of low passions, who plays with life, lives inside controlled by that mind, by the mind that decides our purpose and guides us. But the fauna is the emotion that drives you to such a destiny. Denying the low passions, the inner shadow that you have hidden behind your masks of patterns and beliefs, will not get you very far. It's time to take off our masks. Me. To recognize that we are all hypocrites. I am. To discover the mark of the evil within us. The Antichrist will produce the apocalypse. Christ comes from Christos, which means chosen, and anti comes from opposite, the other face of the one who was chosen, the code of the beast, of the animal, of matter, the low passions, is linked to the very creation. Code 666. Me. What does it mean? I am. Simple. Life is composed of carbon, specifically carbon-12, a chemical whose charges are 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. This pattern is the key to life and existence, and at its core lies the essence. 666 add up to 18, the petals of the fruit of life, so that in its center lies the seed. 666 is the code of the hypocrite, of the essential seed that dresses in appearances. Me. So they are not bad or diabolical things? I am. The devil was invented in the Middle Ages, 1,300 years ago, and carbon atoms were formed about 13 billion years ago. Me. A little difference. I am. The revelation is the illumination of the carbon that forms your bodies, what they call transfiguration, the transmutation of all patterns, the understanding of the logic of hypocrisy, and therefore the liberation of it, of its concept and manipulation. Well, who he is, he does not need to pretend, since he is free and does not fear death, knowing he is eternal. Me. Without fear, then, I drop my masks, not to eliminate them, but to recognize them as the tools that have allowed me to be and survive. I am. And so you can look at yourself in the mirror without fear of what you will see inside yourself, because if you look deeper, you will find the light of the seed waiting to germinate. Me. What they have called the seed of evil, the Antichrist, is nothing more than a Christian way of naming matter, material life, as opposed to the light and kingdom of heaven. Well, if God is above, below you can only be his opposite of him. I am. And when you remember that you are everything, you see yourself Christ and Antichrist. You see the sacred Trinity or divine essence of love, wisdom, and will, wrapped in the 666 of carbon-12. That is your physical body. You are both, and there the fight does not exist. The only thing that exists is the revelation, me, apocalypse. I am. Take off the mask, draw back the veil, and discover the truth.
Sacral,